Welcome to Inspire Garden Concept. Where nature meets design, and outdoor spaces are transformed into personal sanctuaries. In today's video, we bring you an enchanting tour of a small modern front yard garden, showcasing how even limited space can be turned into a lush, green paradise with thoughtful planning, creative vision, and a touch of elegance. From the moment you step onto the beautiful stone walkway, you're transported into a world where every element has been designed to inspire peace, beauty, and balance. This garden may be compact in size, but it is overflowing with color, texture, and charm, offering a serene escape from the noise of everyday life. As your eyes follow the gently curving pathway, you'll notice the seamless integration of natural elements, soft, textured stones forming a rustic, inviting walkway, flanked by vibrant flower beds that burst with seasonal color. Shades of golden yellow, soft lavender, deep crimson, and pure white are nestled among lush green foliage, creating a dynamic visual palette that feels alive and constantly evolving. The design invites you to slow down and appreciate the beauty of nature up close, from the delicate petals swaying in the breeze to the intricate shapes of leaves and grasses that layer the garden in natural elegance. Every corner of this front yard has been crafted with a purpose. Strategically placed rocks provide both form and function, acting as natural sculptures that add weight and structure to the soft landscaping. They offer contrast to the surrounding flower beds and also help to define different zones within the garden. Between these stones, we find low-maintenance shrubs and ornamental grasses that add movement, texture, and a soothing green backdrop for the more colorful plants to shine. These layers of greenery create depth and invite the eye to travel naturally through the space, making the garden feel larger and more immersive than its footprint suggests. The home itself becomes a part of the garden, with its inviting wooden front door, warm neutral tones, and modern iron railing blending effortlessly into the landscape. Potted plants frame the entrance, welcoming visitors with bursts of color and a comforting scent of fresh blooms. It's a design that blurs the lines between indoors and outdoors, creating a harmonious flow that makes the entire home feel more connected to nature. Even the smallest details, like the mulch beneath the plants and the shadows cast by the trees, play a vital role in creating this tranquil atmosphere. One of the standout features of this garden is how it embraces the vertical space with graceful trees that offer both shade and visual height. These trees not only protect the garden from harsh sun but also create a cozy, secluded feel, making this front yard feel like a private retreat. Their twisting trunks and spreading branches give the garden character, while their leaves filter sunlight, adding a dynamic play of light and shadow across the landscape throughout the day. This garden also emphasizes sustainability and ease of maintenance. Drought-tolerant plants, well-placed ground cover, and natural mulch reduce water use and keep the garden looking lush year-round with minimal upkeep. It's a perfect example of how modern landscaping can be both eco-friendly and visually stunning, proving that you don't have to sacrifice beauty for practicality. Whether you're an experienced gardener or just starting your green journey, this front yard provides endless ideas for transforming your own outdoor space. From the layered plantings to the thoughtful use of space and materials, it demonstrates that creativity, care, and intention can turn any yard, no matter how small, into a showpiece of natural beauty. It's more than just a garden, it's a lifestyle, a peaceful corner of the world crafted for relaxation, reflection, and everyday joy. So sit back and let this visual journey refresh your senses. Absorb the calming vibes, gather ideas, and let your imagination bloom. If you find inspiration here, be sure to like this video, leave a comment with your favorite part of the garden, and don't forget to subscribe to Inspire Garden Concept for more lush, green garden ideas that can transform your home and life. Nature is waiting, let's bring it closer, one garden at a time.